Hola, hola, my queen bee bakers. So today I wanted to show you guys how to make an easy Demagorgon alien monster cupcake. So if you're a fan of not Supernatural, but I am a fan of Supernatural. If you're a fan of Stranger Things, which I am, I'm a fan of a lot of Supernatural TV series. So if you're a fan of Stranger Things, you'll appreciate this super easy cupcake tutorial, because if you're gonna have a party, an event, or a watch party, I mean, there's just so many things you can use this for. I mean, you could even use it for that one plant that was on Ghostbusters. I can't even remember the name if it's accurate. So let's get started, guys. All right, so to get started on our super easy Demagorgon cupcake, we're going to need black and red food gel coloring. It doesn't have to be Wilton, it could be any kind. Medium-sized marshmallows. So you have your tiny ones, and then you have these ones, and then you have your jumbo ones. So I use this size, which I call medium. Some scissors, a paintbrush, a cupcake, some buttercream, and make sure you're using a Wilton 3 piping tip. The finer it is, the better. This is just to create the teeth. And a painting palette. You don't have to use one of these. I mean, you can use a plate, but it's just easier for me to contain my paint on this. And last but not least, some vodka. Vodka that I got at Sam's Club that has lasted me for 6 months, and I'm barely a fourth way through it, and I use it for all my baking stuff. So let's get started, guys. Okay, so first we do want to start by cutting off our marshmallows. Try to get the roundest ones. If they're not too round, it's okay, it'll still work. See, this one, it's not super round, but it's okay. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna cut it in a diagonal, like so, like that. And then we'll just pull it apart, set them aside. And we're gonna do that to about 4 of them. You only need, and I'm gonna call these petals, you only need 5 petals because the Demagorgon has 5 petals around its weird alien thing. So you only need 5, but if you cut 3 or 4, it saves you, just in case you mess up on one. Whatever. I don't know how many you're making, but just cut extra just in case, and you can save the rest for other ones. So one of them we are going to want to cut straight down the middle in half, and this is going to be our center. Stretch it out a bit. If the marshmallow starts sticking to your scissors, just clean your scissors off with a little bit of alcohol, and then add a little bit of Crisco on each side of your scissors. I have 5 different cooking scissors. Some scissors are for fondant, some scissors are for cutting food, some scissors are for candies. I have 5 of them. It's a good investment, trust me. All right, so we got those all cut up. Then we're gonna get our paint palette or plate, whatever you're gonna use, and we're gonna do a section of red and some black. I already have had these on here, so literally just a little dollop of black and red onto your whatever you're using to paint on. You really don't need a lot, seriously. Like, can we focus? You don't need that much. It's literally like a dollop, and you put it in your plate or your palette. I got this at Michael's. I think I got like 10 of them for $2, so good investment. And you do the same for red. Then we're gonna get our vodka and put some, I don't know why I'm saying vodka like that. Okay, so we're gonna get our vodka and we're gonna add it to our colors like so. These colors are pretty strong, so just keep that in mind. You don't have to put a lot. A little goes a long way. And just mix it together. You don't want a super black, because once you put it on the marshmallow, it's gonna turn gray like the outside skin of a Demagorgon. And just make sure it's mixed well and you get those nice colors. See, the red is a really prominent red, so Don't be scared to add more if you think you need more. If you only have fuchsia, you can use fuchsia. It's completely up to you. Okay, so what we're gonna do is, I kept mixing the red so it would become redder. Add a little bit more vodka right here. And I have a bowl to clean my brush. So it's a little bit of the alcohol to clean my brush off. So what you wanna start off doing is get your cupcake, like so. Get some of that buttercream, put it on there, and then you're gonna put your center like that. Make sure it's nice and on there. Make sure it doesn't fall off. Then you want to get some buttercream and put it all around your cupcake like this. I say a good 2 layers of the tip you're using already should suffice. And a tip cut about a little, like that much, so it sticks to the marshmallow like so. And again, you can work with any side, the long side, the short. I mean, make it your own. Have fun with it. So, oops, this is 5 sides. So what you want to do is put them together. Don't put them on opposite ends. I just have a tendency of doing that with flowers. And then like that. So it's gonna look like a flower coming out of a cupcake, which you could do with this as well. And they should all fit snug and fit perfect on top of the cupcake. Again, cutting it at the bottom just gives you more like glue so it sticks to the center marshmallow. Push it all in and let's get started painting. All right, so the reason I do it this way is if we were to paint these individually, our hands would be covered in black and red paint and it's gonna take forever to take them off. So, and don't mind my Peppa the Pig cupcake holder, one of my daughter's many favorite things. So I'm going to start with the black, and you don't need a lot. You'll see what I'm talking about. Should be super sturdy and the marshmallows shouldn't fall off. See how it turns gray? If they feel a little loose, try not to push onto the marshmallow that hard. And if you feel like you need more reinforcement, go ahead and add more buttercream. And you just paint the outside like that. All right, we're getting to the last petal. There's no really wrong way to paint this. Just want to get the whole outside painted. And also you want to get the inside of the outside painted as well. So something like that will do. Then we're going to dip our brush into our cleaner like so. And then we're going to get a napkin and wipe it off. So we don't have to use 2 different brushes, but you can if you want to. I just like making less mess for myself. Then we get the red and we start going into the center of, look at how red that goes on. And it's not even a lot of red coloring. And if the red gets messy, that's okay. It's a Demagorgon. Demagorgons eat people, so I'm sure they get messy with blood everywhere. All right, so let's just continue painting all the middles. Also, what I did fail to do on my other cupcakes, there is a black center that you can do. Optional, you don't have to. But if you want to give it an extra effect, go ahead and give it a little touch of black in there. Make it look uglier, more gruesome. You can do that anywhere else. Again, this is your cupcake. You create it how you want to. All right, we finished painting it. And I'm going to put my paintbrush away. So I would recommend you wait at least 5 minutes. Like if you're going to do a dozen of these, get a dozen done, let them dry for 5 minutes, because the stickiness or the wateriness of the food coloring vodka to the marshmallow won't allow your buttercream to stick as much. And you'll see what I'm talking about. See, it lifted up, it didn't stay on there. So give it a good 5 minutes, you know, blow on it, put a fan on them. You can do these ahead of time too. So you don't have to do these on the actual cupcake. You can make these on parchment paper, melted chocolate, and seal it together. But this is just a cupcake alternative. Completely up to you. I'm gonna let this one dry a little, and then we're gonna put the teeth on. All right, this little guy is looking creepier and creepier. Now, the reason I said to go with a smaller piping tip if you don't want to use a 3 is just to give it more of a, you know, those sharp little teeth that are, I don't know if you guys have seen Stranger Things, but if you have, you know, there's like a million little teeth within the Demagorgon. So you can definitely use a smaller piping tip. I just chose a 3. I mean, people will understand what it is if they're fans, right? Looking pretty cool. Now you're going to repeat the steps on the ones that are on the side, the marshmallows on the side. And then you're literally piping on, pulling away, piping on, pulling away. That's all we're doing. It's kind of soothing in a way. All right, and you do want to give this at least 2 rows of teeth to make it look extra Demagorgon. And then the rest is completely up to you, and you can have fun with it. Alrighty, I am done. Little of the teeth became out longer than I thought, but that's okay. So here you have it. Here is your Demagorgon cupcake. Now, again, completely up to you how you want to make them or make them your own. But I think they're super cool for alien parties, for any Stranger Things party, or just to give as a gift if someone's a Stranger Things fan. Alright guys, well thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to learn, create, inspire, and inspire every day. And click like if you enjoyed this video, and don't forget to subscribe.